Hello YouTube, welcome to my shop. In another effort to be able to say I made that, I'm missing something right here. There's no guard over this wheel. All of the pictures and some of the research I've done has always shown at least there's a guard on both sides of this. So I need to make one for this side. This one looks like it's probably formed sheet metal, probably in a press, and I don't really have quite the stuff to do that. I do have a large piece of pipe out in my scrap pile that might be the right size. Let's go find out. Quite the mess out here, but nah, it's only 4 inches across. It's not quite big enough. It's a little dark. I don't know how well any of this is going to show up. Most everything I have out here is too small. There's a large pipe down underneath. What's this? Sorry for the shaky cam. So the brake drum is just over 6 inches. Hey, that's exactly what I need. Well, if I can cut this off of here, I can machine and clean this part here up, and then I can mount that onto here. This is going to work. It's like it was made, it was destined to be a guard for this grinder. So I'm just trying to cut this off here, which is a fairly thin section that holds this to the part I want to use for the guard, which has the 6-inch opening that I need in here. I need to adjust my tool grind just a little bit. I need to give the side here a little more back rake. I'll be right back and we'll fix that up. It wasn't just some back rake, it actually had no back rake, almost negative back rake. I had just done a little touch up on it and wasn't paying attention. I was trying to grind off a chip that the corner of this tool was chipped, so I tried to grind that off and I ended up with negative back rake. So I got that fixed up now. Let's see how this cuts. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the tool out a little bit. Alright, got quite a bit of hang out here, but getting really close, and it's actually cutting pretty well, so I'm not going to worry a whole lot about it. Alright, I gotta do quite a bit of cleanup on here, but I don't want this cast iron stuff on there, especially when I wheel that back in. I went over most everything with the shop vac. Actually, I missed that corner back there. Now everything's wiped down with the rag. Vacuumed all of the chips off of the ways and wiped those down. Got more cleanup to do, but at least now I can actually run the tools and kind of get some of this cleaned up. I'm going to take some of the rust off of here. I may actually thin this out because it's quite a bit thicker than it really needs to be, just to lighten it up a little bit. Alright, I'm not sure how I'm going to get the rust off of this in here. Maybe able to get a different hold on everything. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around. I'm going to take care of the other side. Then I'll figure out how I'm going to approach that. just to clean up that inside. Get the rust off of this here. I've never reversed these jaws before. I might give that a try. I think this will do. Let's go see if it's going to fit on there. Alright, now that we've got this made up, let's see how it's going to fit. Alright, I think it'll go like this. I can drill and tap two of these holes here. I have to get some short stubby bolts to actually hold in. Six-inch wheel just barely fits in here, so I have to make sure it's fairly well centered. And I still got to cut out a section of this for access to the actual grinding wheel. You go to the bandsaw and take care of that now. In order to get this centered, I just I wrapped the wheel here with some electrical tape. That gave me just enough size. It didn't take a whole lot because there isn't much more than maybe between a 1/16 and an 1/8 of an inch between the edge of the wheel and the wheel guard here. So probably not the most ideal, but so the other problem with this, in order for me to get this wheel out of here so I can mark where the holes go, I have to clamp this right on the edge. And as you can see, that's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and try to get that done off camera since it's taken a little bit, and I'm going to get this wheel out of here, and then I can take some center punches and get those holes located and ready to go. All right, I got the wheel off. I've got center locator pin And hopefully when I do this, everything's not going to shift and fall off. I can almost guaranteed it will. And it didn't. Alright, so now I can go ahead and just pull this guard off and take it to the bench and drill and do all that. I can drill those on the drill press or even the Bridgeport. And then I still got to chamfer the guard here. And that'll give me at least some options for how to mount it. So I gotta put a taper on these holes so that it'll locate correctly. All right, see how it fits. Really hope that's good, because it doesn't. This actually obviously doesn't line up at all with this in the movie. And I should be able to see what I'm talking about here. This is thumb width here, and this is narrower than my pinky. Hopefully it's lined up right, because I did do this with the wheel mounted in here. So let's take it over to the grinder and see how it fits. All right, and as you can see, the guard is off center, so I think we'll be on center with the spindle, which is the important part. And I still ended up off enough. I won't be able to use brand new wheels on this guy here. I'll actually have to grind the wheels a little bit smaller. Nope. I think this was just too hard to get it held in exactly the right place. And the tolerance on that was just not good enough anyway. And it's less than a 1/16 of an inch around. But I can always, like I said, I can just use any older, slightly worn wheels can go on this side. New wheels can go on the other side. Where they got about 1/4 of an inch clearance. Otherwise, I think I'm going to call that a guard for now. Alright, so the alignment didn't come out perfect. I'm a little disappointed in that. But, it'll still function. It just, I'll always have to know I need either 5.5 or less inch discs instead of 6-inch discs on this side. And really even just a little bit of wear in a 6-inch will fit. It's really close. Otherwise, I think it came out. It looks really good. I mean, it looks like a guard. For what came out of an old disc brake off of the Toyota, which, funny enough, if you look in the history of my videos, I did do a video of, I think I called it, what have I been up to or something like that, where I was replacing these disc brakes on my truck. And it's just, just a time lapse of me pulling the old disc brakes off and putting the new one on. So that came around, full circle. Change the brakes, turn the brakes into something new. If you like this video and you found anything interesting or helpful, hopefully, please use it. And also check my other videos. I've done quite a few things on different machining operations, stuff that I've just been kicking around and learning. Most of the stuff I've learned has come from watching YouTube videos, and that's usually from watching experts that have been doing it for a long time. I'm trying to come at it from the other side, as now that I've seen the instruction, this is how my novice approach to trying to do that item. And of course, I'll have things where Mr. Pete or A-Bomb probably would have had some way of jigging this up and having it come out just perfect. I have it, it's at least close enough. And now I have the experience. Next time I can come through and I'll approach this a little bit more rigorously in the way I actually hold that. I thought it would probably be good enough, but probably once I pulled that wheel off, it slid just enough. But yeah, if you're interested in that kind of stuff and more of these videos, please, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Leave comments below if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you even just suggestions that, hey, if you would have done this and that, maybe you could have held this in there better. Maybe there's a different way, different angle or something I could have come at it. I'm always up for learning. That's one of the reasons I do this. So as much as you can in your own home, your own shop, try to get to the point where you can say, I made that.